Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be starting a new career mode and you're going to find out the team right now. So first off, I'm going to do a 60% increase of the budget, so it's not going to be a hugely budgeted side. I'm not really bothered about the global transfer network, but now is the team. Okay, it's in the Premier League. I'm going to do a countdown, 3, 2, 1. I was literally 3 off landing on them. It's actually Southampton that I'm going to do. They've got decent expectations, but to be honest, I'm going to set my own expectations, and I didn't realise that they had a 42 million budget. I don't know if that's including the 60% increase, but yeah, Southampton is the team for the next career mode. So the comment that actually got me to do this career mode, I guess you could say, is this one here right now. So the comment literally just reads, Southampton because of youth and Redders. It's not much, you know. Safe Crayon put Tottenham, Hiller put Arsenal, Sammy XTV put Hull, my brother put Leicester, Benjamin Clinton put Man U. You know, I got loads of comments. I'll probably put a little thing on the screen now just so then you can see who exactly it was that put the comments. But thank you to everybody who did. Sorry if I didn't pick your team, but Southampton, they're the team that I really did want from the start. I'm glad that somebody put them. And also I've noticed that some of the other career modes, other people were doing them, and I just wasn't any contest for them. I've noticed that only like one person's doing a Southampton career mode. So hopefully Southampton fans will come to me and I'll get a bigger fan base. So you know what, as my manager, I'm going to pick this guy. I don't know why. It's because he looks like Morgan Freeman, okay? Guys, Morgan Freeman is the manager of Southampton. Hopefully you're looking forward to having that guy as manager. He's probably paying the club to let him manage him because he's that rich. But yeah, Morgan Freeman, the new manager of Southampton. So for this bit, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to do legendary 5 minutes Sterling, St Mary's Stadium. I said download latest European competition. Obviously the whole point to this career mode is to have it. So I've just set up the realisticness. Southampton, we're right here looking a group of Krasnodar, Los Lille and Aberdeen. It shouldn't be too hard to get out of. And then I've not disabled the first transfer window because we want to make signings, as always, in a career mode. So I'm going to do an international tournament, and I'm actually just going to go for one with the most money up for grabs, because hopefully we can reach the final. And if we do, I want to play it this time. So in the other career mode I didn't. But I kind of want to get a feel for the team before I play with it, I guess, in the league. So yeah, let's try and reach the final. So before I actually show you my shortlist, I'm going to show you the players that I want to get rid of. It's mostly deadwood and youngsters who aren't going to be able to break through. So we've got Stephen Davis, a long-time player at Southampton. We've got, hold on, the list is just pretty safe. Isgrove, Garlos, Seagan, McQueen, Flanagan, Hesketh, Wood, Stephen, Sims, Davis, Yoshida. And yeah, that's it, because none of them really are first team quality. A couple of them might just be able to cut it, but the team that I'm keeping will all be in with a chance of getting first team football. So I've just spent about 10 minutes looking through a bunch of leagues at players, and I've basically got a huge shortlist of players, and I probably do need to shorten it down. I've got Rugani, Zuma, Boshagli, Rekic, Sule, Tar, St Just, Van Beek, Romagnoli, Lindelof and Jimenez for centre-backs. Then for midfielders I've got 3. I've got Saul, Bakayoko and Julian Weigl. So I've actually just gone through it and took off 4 players. It was Rekic, St Just and 2 others. I forgot who it was. But I'm going to scout them all and I'll make offers for probably 2 centre-backs and a centre-mid. But I'll come back to you guys when that is done. So the lineup as it is right now is this. It's basically Fraser, Forster and Ney. He's 28 years old, he's 6'7", he's going to stay there. Cedric at right back, he's got enough pace I guess. 24-year-old, he can play right wing back if we go to a 5 at the back or a 3 at the back, which I'm considering. Martina at centre back, he can play there, he's got pace and he looks quite good. Then Van Dijk, he's the one player that I really do need to keep because his stats are insanely good. So at left back we have Ryan Bertrand. He's currently injured, but normally they come back for this first game of the season in this game, so I'm alright. He's got really solid stats, and like Van Dijk, we need to keep him. So the 3 midfielders are all quite similar. Højbjerg and Ward-Prowse very similar. They're both early 20s, and they're both just box-to-box sort of midfielders. Then Romeu's going to be the defensive one, but I'm trying to get a taller and better one to replace him. He's 24, so he's still young enough. And then we have Tadic on the left. I'm thinking of maybe bringing him inside and signing a PC, left winger. Gabbiadini up front. He could also play in cam and play like Shane Long up front. And then we have Nathan Redmond on the right. He could also play up front. I'm going to actually make a 3 at the back formation, and we'll choose what we'll do. So we're going into the match now against Wolfsburg. It's in the International Cup, so none of us are at home or away. I've actually gone to the 3 at the back, which I'll show you on the first day of the season, or probably the final of this tournament, because that'll be the formation that I'm going to be wanting to play. But we've gone off to a good start by winning Wolfsburg. So Gabbiadini's actually recently arrived, and Inter have offered 17.5 million for him. I'm going to reject all offers and disallow future offers because he's recently arrived, and it's not really realistic if he goes before he's even technically joined. So we now actually have Olympique Marseille. We're away technically now. None of us are away or home, but they've actually won Salvan and Rabilot scoring. They have Rekic, a player I was wanting, but I'm not really that bothered anymore, so we have better. Payet comes on, and so does Gomez, but we've ended up losing 2-1. So Yeovil have offered 170k for someone that's called Will Wood. He can go. He's not going to get played ever. Maybe in real life he might. And Nice have offered 6.5 million for Jordi Classy. Now he's only recently arrived as well technically, so I'm going to reject all offers and disallow future for him as well. So for the final match in the European International Cup group stage, we have Villarreal. We're the team on the left side. That would normally be at home. And we've won 3-0. Bloody hell. Tadic and Gabbiadini. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Gabbiadini getting the goals. It's pretty decent, really, isn't it? So Leicester offered 22 million for Virgil van Dijk. I'm rejecting all offers because he's the one player that I'm desperate to keep. So every single player on the shortlist have been scouted. So Rugani and Zuma 80, Saul 81, Jonathan Tars 82. I didn't know that. Van Beek, I'm not going to keep him. He's only 75, and we have better options out there. Lindelof 79, Jimenez. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him really. It's not very realistic, that one. So I'm going to get rid of him. He's 83 overall. Weigl 80. Bakayoko 78 and Saul 21. So I've just made deals for all of those players. We now have Braga in the semi-final of the Cup. I'd expect us to beat these because we beat harder opponents. With Virgil van Dijk getting 2 goals in the 2-1 win. So transfer offers just coming from Matt Target from Man City. In a way, I'd like to keep him and just train him up. So I'm going to ask for 3 million. If I can get rid of him, I will, because he's probably not going to get too much game time. But Man City, really? So, out of all the deals I've offered, Kurt Zuma is actually the only player to have been accepted, and he's at a good price, 16.5 million. Apparently Chelsea weren't really interested in keeping him because they've got so many centre-backs already, like David Luiz, John Terry, Cahill, you know. So, in a way, it's a good offer for both parties. So we're going now into the final, and we're against Marseille. I'm going to go with my black kit, so there's no chance of a kit clash because they've got a white kit on. It's Forster, Yoshida, Van Dijk, Martino, Cedric, Ward-Prowse, Højbjerg, Buffal, Tadic, Redmond and Gabbiadini. I'm only playing Yoshida because we've got nobody else in that position to play there, and we're close to bringing in Zuma. Let's put it that way. We're also going to bring in another centre-back. I'm not sure who it's going to be yet. Probably someone like Rugani. But let's get into this match. Nathan Redmond's just slid it through to James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse has literally made it 1-0 after 3 minutes and about 25 seconds. That pass was so good by Nathan Redmond, the former Norwich man. I'm probably going to be saying that a lot throughout this series. But their defence was left wide open, and Ward-Prowse with a lovely low-driven shot has made it 1-0. Gabbiadini over to Tadic. Tadic on the ball. Tadic just got it over to Cedric. I'm going to cross it in, and Gabbiadini's there. Gabbiadini smacks the crossbar. Right, Gabbiadini over to Tadic. Tadic has just got it over to Nathan Redmond. If he can get to this, it's a good it's a good opportunity, I guess. I'm going to do the cross in onto Gabbiadini's head, hopefully. We've made it 2-0. This time he's not hit the crossbar. He's scored it this time. I've done the dab. I feel like a right knobhead, but I don't care. We're 2-0 up in the international tournament against Marseille. What a header that was. Gabbiadini is a fantastic player. Redmond is. This team is just so much better than the Norwich career mode last season. Career mode, I mean. But, you know, you'd expect it. Right, okay, so it is half time. I'm going to do this career mode like I did with the Norwich one, just the same sort of commentary and all that, because there's no point in changing it up. My two midfielders have got yellow cards, and I feel like I'm going to get a red card with Højbjerg if I don't stop tackling with him. So I'm going to bring on Jordi Classy. He's similar to Højbjerg, I guess. I think he's a bit smaller. I'll just check now. Yeah, he's quite a lot smaller actually. There's similar players on the base, so I'll just make this one substitution. Oh, Dusan Tadic has just got the ball up to Nathan Redmond, and he's actually managed to reach it. I'm going to do the low cross. Gabbiadini has not scored his second header because Pele is a good keeper, let's put it that way. Right. Jay Rodriguez has got past a couple of players here. Charlie Austin has finessed it. Is it the crossbar? What a shame. Okay, so we've just won that game 2-0. Both the goals seem to have come quite early, even though they didn't. Well, one of them did. I've come away with two things. The attack is quite good, and the defence is also quite good. But Romeo, Jesus Christ, is terrible. I did one pass with him, and I could have done it in real life, and it went out the bloody pitch. All it was is a simple free ball to send us through and goal, and he couldn't even do that. We have ended up winning that international tournament though, and that will be the end of this episode. So it's probably been a good 20 minutes this episode has been. I'm not actually sure, I've just looked, I've recorded for 51 bloody minutes. Tell me who to bloody, why do I keep saying bloody? Tell me who to sign in the comments. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first episode of this video. So yeah, like, subscribe, enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.